Hi, this is my review of Races of the Outer Rim, the Omenoi. This is a complete race kit for the Starfinder role-playing game. It is compatible with that game, but it's also quite easy to adapt the material here to other D20 based role-playing games. The most obvious choice being Pathfinder, because for example maybe you want to convert this to the Starjammer setting. It's going to be quite easy to do so. Now let's talk about the quality of the PDF. Everything is well written and explained and organized. It's fully bookmarked even though it's a really short document, so it's going to be really easy to navigate the entire PDF. The graphic design and layout looks great as well. And you only have one illustration, but that illustration looks really awesome. Now let's talk about the contents. The Omenoi, also known as the Comet Folk, have a very mystical and mysterious background. There is this place known as the Void Sea. It's a place composed of basically cosmic frozen waters. It has many debris and bodies floating around, most of them of crystalline texture and appearance. There are these icy waves flowing around, and one part of this place breaks free, and it starts to flying through the cold darkness of outer space. Some creatures began to take form within this separated body. They look a bit like frost worms, and they start to evolve. This great shard got closer to a solar system. It got a bit trapped into the gravitational pull of that system's star, but it also got too close to a binary star system. So this piece of the Void Sea began being pulled back and forth between the three stars, and many changes occurred within it, to the point that those frost worms evolved to an appearance of a somewhat humanoid shape with 4 arms, and they became what is known as the Omenoi. The Omenoi are quite mystical in their outlook, and because they're constantly traveling between the different stars that are pulling the planet, they get to view the different races from afar, other planets, that is, other worlds. But they keep on with their own evolution and technology. Eventually they noticed that their home began to become smaller and smaller. So they saw the need, because of this solar erosion, they saw that it was a great necessity to travel to other places, find new homes, new worlds, otherwise their race would become extinct. And then we have the stats and the characteristics traits of the Omenoi. We have ability adjustments. They are quite strong and powerful of will, but not very intelligent. They are intelligent enough to develop their own technology, but they have a bit of trouble handling the most complex concepts. They are very good moving in cold environments. They even can perform a limited cold attack of sorts. They have 4 arms as well, as I was telling you, and they even emit this sound that can fascinate other creatures. You have a list of racial feats. More that enhance their immunity to cold. They even have a freezing breath, and they have a really cool one. I think it's going to be useful in campaigns where there is a lot of character death, which is known as death throes. This basically allows the Omenoi to explode, dealing cold damage to everyone around that dying character. And then we have details on the physical description of the Omenoi, that they are kind of like humanoid worms in colored hues of whites, pinks, purples, and blues, with red eyes, and they have their 4 arms. They're also quite able to burrow through the earth and when there is solid ice or snow, but they cannot do that through solid stone or harder materials. So they have very mystical air to their capabilities. You also have more details on their homeworld, their society and alignment. They have somewhat particular views when it comes to friendship and romance and rivalry, because they admire competition a lot. Even if they have a best friend or a romantic partner, they want to have duels with them, even if they die in the process. This is a way of showing respect for that beloved person. They have information on the type of adventures that they could have, or the professions that they could carry out while exploring the universe around them. You have details on the names and some tips on how to play as an Omenoi, because maybe you propose friendly duels to new people as a way of greeting. So don't get angry if Omenoi attacks you. Or maybe you also have some negative traits. Maybe you have a great fear of heat or fire because of your planet. And maybe other races think of you that you can read horoscopes and tell fortunes because you come from such a mysterious place. Then you have details on Omenoi architecture, how they create great domes and tunnels. You also have details on the classes, on how they approach the different paths. So if you want to be an Omenoi mechanic or mystic, operative or soldier, you have all the information right here so that you can roleplay as one effectively. Then you have information on Omenoi inventions, and there are some really cool ones here. You have, for example, the worm braces and worm collar. So this basically allow you to create a wormhole. If you want to place these braces or collar, you will be able to project limbs of your body outwards at a certain distance. So if you want to attack at a distance, you should wear the worm braces to shoot out your arms in a way. And the worm collar will surely have a lot of different and interesting applications, because you basically can project your head upwards, for example. So maybe you want to move underwater, but you want to keep your head above the water and not suffocating or drowning. You could do that, or you could basically apply it to any hostile environment where your body is not affected, but you need the ability to breathe. So this is a way of keeping your head safe. You also have information on different artifacts and deities. All of the information concerning the home, alignment, portfolio, and connections, symbols, etc. of the deities. You also have information on the colonies and factions of the Omenoi, such as the Glaciaria, or the Enig Islands, and the Tonderia. All of this is going to be great to really roleplay or gain to the personality of your Omenoi character. So that way, when different non-player characters or player characters ask you questions of your home or your race or culture, you can give all of this background information, and the game master will surely use this information as well to create some interesting adventures and campaigns, perhaps even centered around the mysteries of the Omenoi. So what do I think of these races of the Outer Rim, the Omenoi? I think this is an excellent race kit, very easy to understand, very fun. The illustration of the Omenoi looks quite awesome. You really want to play as this sort of character, because you will understand the mysteries of the Omenoi. You will see how they interact with the other races. I also like their technology, and the concept of a frost worm becoming somewhat humanoid with 4 arms is really interesting. As I was telling you, more than anything, this feels like a really fun race to play. Well, thanks for watching my review. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. See you later.